So like I said, you can do these ribs for upwards of, 16 minutes or so to, 45 or even a longer.
On what you need.
And it flat out says your cooking time is going to depend on whether you want like fall off the bone tender ribs or if you like a little bit of chew to your meat or whatever. Me, like I said, I'm always in a hurry, so I'm basing this off of a 16 to 20 minute cooking time. Okay. So what you do, of course, is you're gonna. I'm gonna turn this away from your cupboards because they're dark wood. So
you know what? I don't know if you can see it, but I used to put my rice cooker right here and cook rice. Yep, and it steamed off the finish.
Yes. So I always think about that.
Yeah.
And so you can release this off slow, and that just means that letting it release naturally. Or when you're pressed for time, then you're just gonna push that, and it's just gonna release the steam.
That scared me a little bit. Like I was a little bit nervous for that to happen. Like,
yeah, and you can tell. So you can really tell by how much is already let off. Because if we did this right after the timer went off, huge cloud, a lot higher pressure would have came out of this release. Right here.
But we talked for a little bit, and so.
Yes. So and while we were letting it sit there warm with the pressure still in there, it was continuing to cook. Okay. So now. It's pretty good here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to unplug this. And we'll bring it over.
Is it hot? Do you need
This isn't hot right here, no. But if you touch, any other place, it's a little bit warm. So we'll move this over to here. And then if I could grab some tongs, because these bad boys are going to be hot. And as you guys can see, there's still a little bit of steam coming off, but you can, it's audible as to when the steam has been, completely released, and you're good to go. Yeah, I think they'll be fine. Okay, so we just turn it, unlock it there, a little hot and toasty.
So if you had not released the steam with that little valve, and you took the lid off, that would not be a good situation, right?
No, most likely not. I don't even know how easy it is to try and take the lid off without releasing the steam because it is locked in there. So I imagine that it might have been a little hard, but for somebody who had no idea what they were doing and maybe just jerked it enough, there is a good possibility that all of these juices and everything would have exploded and then burns and a big mess. And
so release your pressure valve.
Please. It's something that I honestly tell myself. I sit there and I'm like, don't forget. Make sure you lock it down and put the valve down. Okay.
Wow.
Don't let me burn you
I can't believe they're finished.
I know, it's crazy, but if you cut the meat will be white.
No, I mean, they look finished to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we'll actually take this knife here and we can probably.
Do you want a fork?
See if I can. Let's cut into maybe.
I'm going to trade you the spot. Oh yeah, right here. Completely.
So you can actually see that the meat is nice and cooked, nice and white. And like I said, the longer you leave them in there, then the more tender they're going to be. But this meat, surprisingly, with that liquid smoke, has great flavor.
It smells.
Yes,
really
and
good.
that's what I was amazed with was, holy cow, this is, tastes almost like they were barbecued or smoked because of like the liquid smoke and the juices and everything like that. So I thought that was very, very impressive. All right, so now all we need to do you have a brush, I guess?
I do.
Okay, just throwing things at you right and left.
Oh,
right?
you know what? I lied. I don't.
It's okay.
I threw it away.
So I'm going to do what I do at home.
So,
and I don't, hopefully nobody minds, but.
I put it in the dishwasher and it didn't turn out so good. So I threw it away.
So it really just depends on how saucy you like your ribs. Right now, if you didn't want any barbecue glaze on it, then, there's some people I know that eat ribs and they dip in. Yeah, that'd be great.
And you can just use the back of it.
That way I don't have to use my fingers because I've done that plenty of times. When I make meatloaf, never once do I put ketchup on it with, a brush. No, I just use my fingers and I just I just get really messy when I make meatloaf. So I have done the same with glazing and brushing barbecue
Ribs
sauce
are just
on.
messy no matter what.
Yeah.
They're messy to eat, they're messy to cook.
You got to get down and dirty with them, right?
That's right.
Okay, so, you know, if you want to just make sure that obviously the top surface is covered. And then we're just going to glaze it up because I like my ribs with a little bit of crisp, like they just come off the barbecue or just right out of the oven. So.
And how long do you broil? I
you know,
oven on
what
broil.
I do is I usually take, I'd say about 5 minutes or so. I just kind of watch them. I watch them until the barbecue sauce is at the consistency, the glaze that I want.
Okay.
If I want a little bit, do you need help?
Nope, I think I got it.
If I want a little bit of, you know, crisp, a little bit of burnt ends or something like that, then that just really depends on how long I leave it in there for. The best thing about the Instant Pot as well is the cleanup. If you stay on top of this, now the inside pot is very, very, very hot. So this right here, you can touch this and it's just pretty warm. Inside here, very hot. So there have been times when I'm cooking multiple batches of eggs that I just put on, you know, pot holders and pick it up, dump it out, and then I'll put in more eggs so I can just keep the process going. In situations like this, you may want to just wait for it to cool down.
Okay.
But if you wanted to clean it automatically, you know, just use some pot holders, be very, very careful, and get some cold water in there after you've drained any fluids and stuff like that. So you don't have any issues with splashing up. But this thing is so easy to clean. One other aspect for cleaning purposes too, a lot of times people will forget, I'm going to show you guys this, is pulling this mechanism. Now this is all very, very hot in here. So like I said, once again, you're going to want to be careful. But when you're cleaning this,
you got to get in between there. Okay.
Rinse this off. You can take the rubber outing edge off. Okay. And I just use, you know, some hot water because it's obviously steamed. So as long as there's not any sauces or anything on it, you're usually okay. But I just make sure that I dry it really, really good because I don't,
you don't want it to get nasty.
You don't want any kind of gunk or mold or anything like that to happen. So just to kind of show you guys that aspect of cleaning the Instant Pot. But for the most part, you clean the inside. The outside usually stays very, very clean. I don't know about like a crock pot. I usually somehow get sauce down the side and stuff.
Yeah.
But usually this stays okay. So now we're just waiting for our eggs. Hopefully.
I'm going to check the ribs. I did set the timer so I don't forget.
Okay. I like the sizzle.
I do too.
So yeah, that caramelized, that's caramelizing up really, really nice.
Wow.
And tell everybody, obviously, be careful because, you know, barbecue sauce under the broiler can go south really fast.
Absolutely.
I have burnt many a rib.
You know what, I caught coconut on fire under the broiler once.
Coconut? Like
shredded coconut. I was just trying to toast it to sprinkle on a dessert that I had made, and it caught on fire. I was watching it and it caught on fire, so I didn't know. Now you know what I do now? I toast it in a skillet on the stovetop.
That works. That works.
And it does, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little scary
It was
to me.
scary.
You're a baker though. See, I would love to bake more, but I don't. Mostly, I'm lucky to just get out dinner on the table. You know?
I don't cook like I used to. I don't have time.
I'm all about the fast, easy dinners. Something that I've been telling people about that's really wouldn't even be appropriate. If you think this is fast, this one wouldn't even be appropriate for a cooking show because it's that fast.
Really?
So you just get like the Johnsonville sausages or whatever that are already smoked, cooked, ready to go. You slice them up, put it on a sheet pan just like this. You take some frozen vegetables. If you really want to cheat, you can get the frozen vegetables that have you know, the diced red potatoes in them, you know, a good medley of like, you know, peas, carrots, whatever you like, that already have like the butter, the sauce already in it.
I didn't know you could even buy that.
Yeah, they're there.
Okay, nice.
If it's easy, I'm going to find it. Spread that with the sausage. And like I said, if you don't get a vegetable medley with potatoes included, then I've diced, you know, up some red potatoes. Just put that on there. You can sprinkle some butter or drizzle some butter. You don't sprinkle butter. You can drizzle some butter on it, some salt, some pepper, some garlic, and then you just throw it in the oven for not even like 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then take it out. If you want to sprinkle some cheese on it, you can do that too. But it's awesome because I know that my kid actually eats it and she hates vegetables.
Yeah,
so
that is super
it's kind of a sneaky way that I'm like, here, it's covered in butter, but you know, if you're eating vegetables, I figure that that's a win.
Yes, for sure.
So, now these right here our eggs are just about done.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Should we cut into these
Sure.
again, do you think?
Yeah,
Okay.
grab your knife and
So let's kind of show.
let me get a couple of plates.
Yeah, we can definitely cut into these
Get a
and
plate.
plate them up.
And there's our eggs.
I'm horrible at cutting ribs, by the way,
Do you want?
because I can never
There you go. Perfect.
tell exactly where I
like
need to cut.
There you go.
So very, very easy now.
Yeah,
to
look
cut.
how tender that is.
Yeah, the meat, like I said, even though we only cooked it for not even 20 minutes, you guys can see that this knife is going through very easy, and the meat is nice and succulent and juicy.
Yeah.
That's one
I'm
really
so
great
impressed.
aspect
Yeah.
about the Instapot is just look how much juice is just oozing out
It's
of that.
not dry.
Do you dare to try one?
Yeah, I would love to try
Okay,
one.
let's get her all saucy
You
right
don't.
here
You
on
want it
camera.
on my face, don't you?
Well, I want you to try this one. This one's
Okay.
nice and juicy, and I want
Let
you
me
to.
have that knife. I'm gonna just cut one
Okay.
and pick it up, and you can
It's
have
probably
the other.
hot. Do you need?
No, here you. We'll both try it
Okay.
at the same. Oh, I'm already getting saucy.
As long as you're not getting burnt, that's all I care
Yeah.
about.
No. Okay.
Okay, so we've got paper towels. We're prepared.
Perfect.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a bite out of this, and you can
gonna be
describe the
super
flavor.
hot.
It is
Yeah.
very hot. We probably could wait a second. You want to wait? Now that you're already biting it.
I'm so impressed.
Mm.
So the smoke flavor is definitely there
Mm-hmm.
with just the 10 drops of liquid smoke that you got.
And like I said, you can always do more.
Super tender.
Yeah, and
Wow.
the sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I always go to Sweet Baby
Yeah,
Ray's.
we,
So
we like that around
Yes.
here too. So good.
I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit more before I eat anymore.
Yeah, I think I am too because it is hot.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
that is very hot.
All right, let's see what our eggs.
All right,
have
so our
done.
eggs. So the timer went off, but
It turned back on.
let's. Okay.
It's just on warm.
oh, okay.
It's saying that it's been on
all right.
warm for 2
So I
minutes.
guess we can turn this then.
Oh,
So now you get to see full pressure steam coming off this bad boy. Okay. Full difference from letting it sit for a little bit.
there you go. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So this is what we're talking about as to release the steam before opening the top.
Yeah.
Can get a little sketchy.
Because the ribs probably had sat for about 5 minutes.
Yes,
While
yes.
we talked and got the eggs ready.
Definitely. Okay, we did have one crack just a little bit, but it's still edible, so that's great. So I'm gonna place this under so you guys can see what we're looking at here. Shift that over. It's right under here. So here you go. You guys can see that actually not too much water evaporated. This little bad boy right here is the only one that looks like it cracked even slightly. Okay, so let's just take
Just
this.
run it under cold
Run
water.
it under cold water. And let them sit for just a quick second, and then we're gonna grab a couple and we're gonna peel them. So yeah, let's really put this to the test.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know. So I just do a
And
a roll.
Oh my gosh, it practically just falls right off.
and your shell
Wow,
peels just that easy.
that's impressive.
Now, keep this in mind. The longer you keep them in here, actually, we're a little.
This feels perfect. Are
Yeah,
you-
it feels like a perfect.
Yeah,
So, the longer you keep them in, the darker your yolk.
right. But that looks perfect.
Right here is
Wow,
a perfect boiled egg.
I'm impressed.
You didn't have to do anything. You just left them. I know when I'm boiling them on the stove and everything, I can't leave them completely unattended because then all of a sudden they're boiling over.
forget
and,
it, yeah.
But these bad boys, you put them in, leave them, run them under some
Nice.
cold water, and you have perfect boiled eggs from your Instapot.
Thank you so much for
Thank
teaching
you.
us about pressure cooking
Yeah,
and then
what I
new
know,
and
which is-
improved pressure cooker.
Yes.
This is awesome. You'll have to come back and show us the
I would love to.
Dutch or the cobbler.
We'll see. I'm going
And
to try
then-
it.
yeah.
We'll see. I'll let you know, and I'll be like, okay, this was a Pinterest fail. We're not sharing this. But
Yeah,
if it
I
turns
have
out
a
well, I'll
lot.
definitely share it.
Okay, awesome. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.